Individuals that would desire to address the board tonight. First is Mr. William Ely. Mr. Ely, please come forward.
Thank you, sir. I'm William Ely. After I talked with the guy I left here last time, Eli is the correct pronunciation. But anyway, I was here about 3 months ago and talked with you about student uniforms. And I said then that I would not be back, but my brain got to working on it and everything. And when I get to thinking everything, it's kind of like, look out world, here he comes. But I checked into some prices. And prices, shirts, dress shirts and polos run between $5 and $10. And pants are a different story. I haven't been able to find anything on that. Less than $20, but anyway, I feel like that would help. You've got the SROs in the schools and all this kind of stuff. Of course, after Connecticut, everybody's in the uproar with gun control. I'm just glad they didn't beat them to death with a ball bat and everything. They didn't be wanting to borrow that, but anyway, that has come up. The prices that I gathered up and everything were one thing, and all this other stuff. Y'all got your hands full. You really have. I didn't realize it now. But anyway, last time I said I wouldn't be back. This time I promise. But what if you need help, I'll keep my mind out of gear and everything. If you need help, call me.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman and board members, the next individual that would like to address the board is Paige Martin.
Like I said, my name is Paige Martin. I'm a friend of many teachers, employees of Bartow County School Systems. I'm an aunt. I am a mother of 3 that go there. I've been taking for granted y'all's safety, my kids' safety, my friends' safety, my nieces and nephews' safety, and the hard work that y'all do. And I think a lot of time as parents, we just send our kids to school. Here's a jacket to keep you warm from the weather. Here's and we take for granted, And I feel like a lot of parents have become, and I'll just say this bluntly, lazy about not, informing ourselves and informing our kids. And, there's only so much y'all can do. And I would like to propose some kind of, I want to know what, as parents, I want to take a proactive role. It's been a month since, everything that has happened up north. And I just want to stand up and would like to know from you guys, what as parents can we do to help y'all be a more, provide a more safer place for y'all, staff, and our children. And I mean, if there's anything that, and I would like to be notified more about things. It took a week and a half to get a letter from my children's school. After the new wear off, I've not, yes, that first week there were police officers there, but they would leave. They wouldn't stay there all day. After the new wears off, it's back to normal. It's back to routine. Like, I would not have known about the changing of some safety stuff about schools unless I came here. And a lot of parents can't come here. A lot of parents are scared to come here. A lot of parents are intimidated. And it's time for, and I mean, many of y'all are parents also, and it's time for us to take a proactive role and I guess be a trendsetter, Bartow County be a trendsetter, and, let's be proud of our schools and be proud of our kids. And, our kids look to us to be, as parents, to be their safe place. We would not send them to school because it's a safe place. That's what they think. We wouldn't send them anywhere. And I think it's time we need to live up to our kids' expectations. And, and that's just all I'd like to say is what as a parent can I do to be more proactive and help y'all? And that's it.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Mr. Chairman and board members, Mr. Paul Beasley.
How y'all doing?
Hey.
I appreciate you. I guess I need to get closer. I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm sorry, what was your name, the lady that spoke?
Paige Martin.
Ms. Martin brought up some really great ideas. I'd like to, funny, we're on the same topic. I'm actually a glass installer. I have been doing so for 23 years. So I'm somewhat of an expert in that field. I've been around to some of the schools. In fact, I dropped my daughter off at school today. She had to have a physical for tennis tryouts. I was amazed. Just walked right in Cass Middle School. They didn't know me. And I was not there. I was there, you know, in a good way. But it was just wide open. You guys are doing a great job. Our police do a great job. But sometimes our society, there's a madman with a gun intent on going to a gun-free zone and taking life. Can we stop that in every case? No. What can we do without spending hundreds of millions of dollars to help? Thing number one. Most of you probably know Terry and Norman Layton class, both their wives are school teachers. They're friends of mine. That's actually where I received my initial class training. I've talked to Terry and Norman. The fullback and the Layton class, they're at your disposal. Anything you need as far as security upgrades, safety glass, burglar resistant glass, they're there. There's another shop, Car Audio Sensations. They actually do security film. I gave a couple of business cards to the lady outside. I went by and spoke to them today. They said they would happily on a Saturday, at your discretion if you'd like to do this, they'll film the doors so that if someone tries to break in one of these school doors, you know, it would take a lot longer. It would buy precious time. You know, Representative Battles is trying to put a bill to arm staff or faculty members in some way. I don't know what's going with that, but I feel that's not a bad idea. But unfortunately, you know, with what you guys have to do, all the, you know, any security that could be, you know, maybe reaching out and saying, look, you know, we do band boosting, we do other fundraising. Is there any way to possibly put some extra police on staff or send a staff member to training and have them, you know, carry concealed, you know, someone that needs, you know, they would need to be trained, not to give a gun to some person at school, but send them to post certification like a law enforcement officer. They could do this over the summer. I bet you would have, we've seen, unfortunately, with the recent tragedy, the teachers will step up to the plate when asked. There were 5 of them that gave their lives. They didn't hesitate. You know, they were unarmed. If they had been armed, could they have stopped them? I think so. You know, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. You know, I mean, the NRA is saying the same thing. You know, it took 20 minutes for the law enforcement officers to respond. They went as quickly as they could, but due to the distance. When seconds count, sometimes the police are only minutes away. If we had someone on the premises, trained and equipped to deal with the situation, it might work in our favor. But thank you very much for listening to what I had to say. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Harper, do you have a superintendent's report?
Yes, sir. I have 2 or 3 items to